We left the house that morning. No time to pack, no time to explain. My wife was crying and I was shaking so hard I dropped the car keys twice before we got in. I didn't care about the house. I didn't care about anything except getting away. We drove for hours. No music, no talking, just the sound of the road. Her hand on her belly, both of us waiting for the baby to kick. He didn't. We got to my cousin Mark's house around noon. He lived 2 towns over, in a quiet place with a long gravel driveway and a spare guest room. I hadn't seen him in a couple years, but when I called and said, "I need somewhere safe," he didn't even ask why. That night we slept in separate beds for the first time since we were married. I thought maybe it would all stop, that I had left whatever it was back in the house, that it was attached to the place, not to me. I was wrong. At 1:13 a.m. I woke up gasping. My lungs were burning, my skin was ice cold, and then I heard it. Tap, tap, tap. 3 slow knocks. Not on the front door, not on the walls, from inside the closet. I stared at the door. It was shut. Nothing moved. Then the baby monitor, which we had left in the car, let out a burst of static. It was sitting on the nightstand, on, lit up, showing a green night vision view of a dark, empty crib. Not our crib, one I didn't recognize. Then came the voice again. "He's almost here." The screen flickered. A figure leaned slowly into frame. A small boy, wet hair, black eyes, his smile stretched too wide. And behind him, something bigger, too tall, too thin. Long arms draped behind the child like shadows that didn't belong. I dropped the monitor. It shattered on the floor. My cousin Mark came running in. I told him everything. He didn't even question it. He said something had been wrong with the woods behind the house for years, that his dog wouldn't go near them, that at night sometimes you could hear something calling out in a child's voice, laughing, crying, asking to be let inside. And then he told me something that made my stomach drop. "When I was a kid, I saw your brother fall through the ice." I'd never told him that story. The next day, my wife's water broke. 5 weeks early. We rushed her to the hospital. Her hands were shaking the whole way. She kept whispering, "He's not ready. He's not ready." In the delivery room, everything felt wrong. The lights flickered. The machines glitched. The monitor that tracked the baby's heartbeat went flatline for 2 full seconds, then came back faster than before. Too fast. The doctors didn't say anything, but I saw the looks they gave each other. Then, just as they were prepping for delivery, my wife screamed, "He's here! He's in the room!" Everyone froze. A cold wind blew through the room. Inside the hospital, papers lifted, the lights dimmed, and from the corner where nothing should be, the smell of lake water, rot, mold, cold. The monitor beside the bed flashed something for just a second. A name, Aaron, then static. My son was born 13 minutes later, 1:13 p.m. He didn't cry at first, just opened his eyes, dark, almost black, and stared at me, and then smiled, just like Aaron used to.